and welcome to my YouTube. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alan Cook. I have many YouTubes out at this time. I just want to uh, thank all the followers for following me, and I'm doing basically a find on images in which are from cartoons to portraits, from portraits to cartoons, in the Leonardo da Vinci's work. This is one of his works. I call it the Standing Lady. It's the easiest for me to identify. And the painting, oh, excuse me, I've been working hard on this. I got 20 YouTubes to upload, at least. The images on the right is the doily area blown up in an x-ray. I'm going to show you how this particular standing lady fits exactly that you're going to see with this particular image with the eye and the eye. It's going to fit in the eye and the eye, and this exact same fit, and then it fits all over, because for those who are following, he makes the painting move. There it is, right there. It's that simple. Now, if I take it and I move, you can see her finger follow the line. See the finger following the line? Okay, and that's not just it, because every line that you see, that's even a matrix or a dotted, so this is a line, a very straight line, which is unusual. But if you look on that line, there's little images. Now, this little lines are probably smaller than a grain of sand. Now, this image here is quite much larger, probably a pinky nail. And there's probably a million images just in this. But this is just one image. I can only pull out what the genius allows me to see. And in under different x-rays and tones, you can have, I'm sure, 100 different types of shades, which I've showed many in my YouTubes. I think I'm at over 150 YouTubes this time. So I want you to see that this finger changes and goes in here. Now I'm going to show you where she fits also after we do our walk. See, you do your walk, and you do your walk, and see how she shifts? Watch your eyes. See how they change? He makes the painting look and watch you, and she shifts. Now, I'm not trying to do that, but if you, she's not on an escalator, okay, so she's going to walk and blink. Now, if I take this and drop it down, and then I go up again, and then fit this right into this image right here, see how her belly fits in the circle? 100%. Now the outer part of her arm is in a lighter section, but you can see that same section. That's, so here's the strong part, and it shows many different lines in here that he made. So she moves to let you know where she's going. You'll also see when she backs up how she comes into the same kind of lines and moves and ends up over there. But here it is lit into a larger deal. And the reason is because it's got to allow the arm. So if I was to pull this back, you can see in this area how it fades. It fades. He clouds it. Nevertheless, if you do or you don't see that portion of it, you cannot deny that this putting it back doesn't fit 100%. Okay, that's 100% in this area. Now, when you take a look at the boat, now everybody kind of thinks it's a bow, but this is a boat with people on it when you blow it up. In certain areas, again, he has it here, he has it here, he has it here, here, here. So when you put it back in here and line it up, you can see how she matches her bow and floats through. Whoops. And then, whoops. Excuse me. That's what you call an amateur. But I'm trying to get good at it. So anyway, when you back her up, you can see how she, bottom of her dress matches in with the other images. Not entirely in certain areas, only in general to let you know where the marking is. There's a good reason for why not everywhere, and I'll try to explain that. I'm going to put this down. If you match, this is my thought of his work. If you match one little spot and one little spot and one little spot and one little spot, then you know you got your triangle or your rectangle or square or circle covered. And then that means you can fill in between those spots the other little image, which is going to work for the other 1,000 paintings or sketches in which he does. So imagine the Mona Lisa, to make the Mona Lisa, 10,000 transfers. And to make that transfer, first of all, you may only have a dash. And the dash might be just one eyelash. And the next one may be her fingernail, or it may be the piece of the chair, and that's how he builds. So he's in portions, but the chair piece is probably a staff off another or cane from another painting that he's using in two different ways. It's kind of real hard to try to let you know on that. I'm going to do better on trying to figure out how to explain that one. But it's like laying a whole bunch of holographs, transfers, and also like a flip book. A flip book, you flip it and you see the person run across the room. So he's something else, that's for sure. And he's something else to where he's opened my heart for God and the heavens. Look at that. Look at that. Bam! Didn't even plan that one. I could see. See how he see this woman, 99.99% is Salih, and who he lived with, and he used her as a model. And so when you pull him down, you would have a similar look as a man and as a woman, and that's when he used to put breast. But one individual or one picture could be meaning of 1,000 words. And what I mean by that is Leonardo da Vinci has been portrayed to be the Mona Lisa, but he could also portray to be within it the Iron Man. I call it the Iron Man because he uses a shield like in the Roman days over his face as a strong sturdy, supportive individual. And then you'll see within the painting, you'll see uh, the look of a beautiful young woman, and then you'll see the look of a beautiful, older, mature woman. And this is all in one picture. So in these layers, it's like psychological. He's letting you know what's inside him and what he's thinking and what's going on. And he tells the story like a diary. And this particular piece right here that looks like a Christmas cane actually fits in these areas perfectly. I can show you. Do you see these right here? So let's see if it fits without me having to do the adjustment. I don't know. I'm going to have to do the adjustment, so I adjust it, and then I fit it right back up in there. And you can see how they're going to fit in different areas. See? Boom, 1, 2. What's nicer about this projector, in one way, I get more movement to show without being set it because it's so much larger. But what is poor about it, I need a 4K projector, and I'm looking for one, and I got the word out for one, and I don't know if that's going to solve the problem. But what I need to do is get my $35,000 monitor back up. It's a 55-inch. Now, this painting, or X-ray, also for you to know, is also the images that go into the Last Supper. And I showed that to you before, and I'm going to show it to you again and again and again in many different ways. This is something pretty magnificent. Also, I have out of those YouTubes that are going to be loaded up, I'm going to let you know that those YouTubes have him without a doubt, and the name written that's in mine, that's in the Mona Lisa. I mean, written out. Identical writing, identical areas. I probably got another 10 or 15 of them that are just like a stamp on an envelope that are coming out as good as this, if not 2 times better than this. It's pretty hard to try to beat this though, but it's got the actual Mona portraying with my actual painting, and I'll show you my painting now. This one right here is this painting, which is of the me Dion, as you know it. And if I go like this and boom, and I go into this, that's the painting. And then the other one was obviously the painting of her, Standing Lady. Now, I've showed you the battle, I called it the Battle of Angeria. Here's the double O's, which he put sunglasses. This is, I don't want to show that. This one's coming up. It's absolutely in my painting, in the circle. This is a particular flower that's within my painting of his drawing, and when you get into great detail, that's what it is. And also on the top is the Battle of Algeria also. Everything that's in this is in my painting. This is in my painting. Matter of fact, I do believe it. We just passed it, and it was right here. Right there. There's the signature. See? In my painting by his feet. And then he does cartoons. This is, I call it Scooby-Doo. He has a little Scooby-Doo. And that's in my painting. That's Melzi Francisca, and that's Leonardo Da Vinci. And this is a lamb, and there's Mary and Jesus, and Father. Anyway, the flaming Mona Lisa, his finger that he normally uses to portray ALOT. I could tell you here's the symbol, which is the backwards C, backwards 5, and also the backwards S. That's in my painting. That's in the Mona Lisa. Look at the artwork in which he does. He puts his suit on, and that's his face, and it actually spells out. And then you're going to see, I think it's this one coming up that I'm going to show you. Oh, it's not in here, huh? Where is it? Here it is. This one. This is his. This one is his day he died. Okay, it actually says 1415 and 1519 all in code in here. I'll be showing you that on YouTube. I want to tell you, God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. Don't forget to say your prayers. Thank you very much. Amen.